G'day. Welcome to Lawler's Corner from the SV Pelican on our first night aboard. Happy as pig and shit to be here, I can tell you. What a day. But I'm here now, and it's time for me to relax and just enjoy life aboard my beautiful boat. It's good. She's solid. I mean, it's blowing a gale and pissing rain outside like you wouldn't believe. It was an effort and a half to get the shit on the boat. And it's I can't even hear it in here, and the boat's hardly moving. But I am tied up to a mooring. But no, it's quite gentle, quite a nice boat. Very solid, very, very solid. It's a heavy boat. Weighs about 9 ton. But yeah, can't bitch. It's home. It's my home. And best still, rent free. So long as I don't run into the ground and sink the fucking thing, it should see us both out. For fuck's sake, the amount of shit in my pockets. Excuse me 1 second. Have to get C's in an ashtray. Yeah, there's 2 big wet spots. What was I after? Ciggies. What the fuck did I do with that? No, it'll be in my jacket. No, because there's nothing in my jacket. There they are. Okay, keys. Ashtray. Back again. So, g'day, Archangel, and my beautiful girl, Emma Beth, and whoever else is in here. I'm really sorry I've been slack, but it's been a busy day. King Leo, how's it going, mate? Angelo Kane, how's it going? Warlord of Art, my man. Aussie Manda, g'day, sweetie. Who did I miss? King Leo, Archangel, Disturbed. No, got everyone. Yes, finally, Warlord of Art. Finally. Heart attacks and bullshit, but I'm here now. Yes. And so long as this doesn't sink us, I'll always be here. But no. She's an old boat. She's 54 years old, made of Oregon. And she's solid. Or I think it is. Although I suspect there might be a leak in the deck roof, in the cabin roof. I think. I'm not sure. Could be just water that's been dripping off me. Who knows? But it's got, like all boats, it's got all these bizarre little cupboards all over it. It's awesome. And it came with, it looks like a bit of a story about the boat. If I can find where I put that. Where did I put that? Oh, here it is. Beacon to beacon, maps. Bills paid, maps. The book. Purchase report. Way back in the day. All right. Well, it weighs 8,000 kilos. Has 300 litre fresh water capacity, 36 horsepower diesel motor. It's registered, of course. It's 3.17 meters wide and 1.55 deep. Yep, no, not a great deal in there. Sorry, just reading up on this. Oh, shit that I hadn't found before. Yep, that's all that shit out of the way. Right. We didn't have any of the history, which is a shame. But, wow. That's going to take a little getting used to, feeling the boat moving. But, yep, it's not bad at all. Oh, shit, I haven't put a link up. No wonder no buggers come up. Jesus. All right, let me first find the link. Emma Beth, can you post the link to this live so people can come up? Dive Mass, how's it going, mate? Amanda, you're back. Dave, how's it going? Yeah, 35 foot. Yeah, it's a sailboat. It's got a 3-cylinder diesel engine inboard, and it's what they call Bermuda rigged. So it's got a main mast and basically a foresail. That's all I know. But it seems quite nice. It's very cozy, given it's freezing cold outside. I'm not cold at all. But then I'm too busy listening to all the funny noises and the funny vibrations. There's a vibration that's going through the table. It's funny. Given we're not going anywhere, it's just how strong the wind is outside. It is literally howling. Not fun at all. I don't know what I got for a reading light in that bloody bunk. Don't know. But yeah. So I got the Pelican because buying a piece of land was just ridiculously expensive. And it would have meant a lot of hard work knocking up a homestead and a house out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And so once I had the heart attack, I realised that ambition was a bit much. And so this was my next alternative, was a boat. At least I've still got a house. Oh, what a bugger. Yeah, so I've got I've got this. And yeah, I'm going to spend the next 6 months to a year learning how to sail this thing properly. And then look out, Australia. I'll be doing the circle. We have over 5,000 kilometres of coastline, so it should take a while. On average, from what I've been understanding, most people take between 2 to 3 years to work their way around Australia in a boat. I don't know if I'd take that long. Probably longer. As soon as there's a hint of fucking storms, this little black duck, I tell you, will be turning this boat around and heading for the nearest shelter. I'm not out here to be a hero. I'm out here to survive. And that's weird. How is this seat getting wet when I'm sitting on it? Don't know. That's odd. And so I did save you. What am I looking for? Here we go. I got some other pictures. Whoa, that was a big gust of wind. Wow, that made the boat heel. And now we're heeling back the other way. That's a different sensation, I'll tell you. 20 grand, James. 20 Aussie dollars. 20,000 Aussie dollars, which isn't bad. It's registered until next year. It was all anti-fouled 2 weeks ago. The sales are so I'm probably up for a new set of sales. And apart from that, it's got gas stove. I'm not keen on gas on board a boat, but it's already here. So, but I've got to replace the gas bottles and the actual fittings. One of them's leaking, so that has to go. Get some new gas bottles and some new fittings. And then I've got a full burner gas stove. How flash is that? But it's not gimbaled. What's the fucking point? You can only cook when you're anchored. I don't know. It's bizarre. Not that I plan cooking much. No, hello. This guy goes to the BCF. Boating, camping, and fishing store. Yeah, still just searching around. Everything's still new. I don't know where anything is. Well, I know that way's... Oh, no. Well, yeah. That way's the sharp end of the boat, and that way's the blunt end. And that's where the toilet is. It's right at the back of the boat. It's got its own little cabin. You climb down a ladder into it, which is pretty neat. Then if someone's using the loo, it's not going to stink the saloon out and kill everyone else on the boat. It's pretty strange feeling this fucking motion shit. But relatively really quiet. Far more quiet than a fiberglass boat. I don't hear that lapping of the water against the hull. No, all I hear is the rope straining to try and hold it in with this wind. It is really howling. Funny how once you got something, you start looking around and spotting the defects. There's a bit of paint coming away on the bulkhead on the other side of the boat here. I'll have to investigate that and clean that up. I've got to repaint the top deck, but I've got the paint. The paint's already here for it. So it's just a case of mixing the paint up, sanding back the deck, and reapplying the paint. It should look good. It's blue, the deck. But it looks all right. And the sail, the mast is blue. Go figure. And it's steel, and the bloody boom is wood. Johnny D, how's it going, mate? Yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, can't complain. Sitting in my boat for the first night aboard. And like all good pirates, got me pirate drink. Only tonight, Emma Beth. I earned it. I'm a pirate. And I mean, Christ, a pirate spending his first night aboard his boat and he doesn't have a rum is not a fucking pirate, is he? Man, I can't get over all these cupboards. Ah! And I don't know what's hidden in half of them. I do look at some of these things and think, fuck, that's wood, that's not steel. I think, I wonder why this paint's flaking away like that. Look at that. Paint's coming off in bloody great pieces. Now, got to repaint the interior as well as the exterior. Straight out, you get a cheap boat. I suppose you can expect that. Well, I mean, it's not anything overly important. And well, I can't leave tomorrow because there's gale force winds and 3 to 4 meter seas. So I ain't going out in that, I can tell you. But Saturday, the sun should come back out and should only be maybe 20 to 25 knot winds. And I'll make a break for home on Saturday if it's sunny. Otherwise, it'll be on Sunday. But I've hired the mooring that I'm attached to now until midday Sunday. And then we'll, on Saturday or Sunday, we'll point the beastie out to the sea and charge up the coast to home. Evidently, according to the chart plotter, it's a 5-hour trip back to Brisbane from here. Takes about an hour in a car. 5 hours in this thing. But then we're going to be weaving I don't have StreamYards for the code to join. Oh, yeah. And the kids volunteered to help paint. Oh, good. She can help paint. That was just Emma Beth on the thing. All right, I've got to find share. That's where it is, isn't it? See, I remember. Share screen. No, that's not it. Invite. That's the one. Copy to clipboard. Da-da-da. Now, I think I have to go to YouTube, don't I, to post it? Okay. Stream. YouTube. Live. I got to find me. And I better turn the volume off before I do. Nope, it's not showing me. All right, I'll go to my channel. And there I find me. And ta-da! All right, so now I'll post the StreamYard link here. Paste. And how do I pin it? Oh, over here. This pin message. Voila. There we go, folks. I've put the link on it last. Now back to YouTube. Back to StreamYards. Ta-da. So there, I have put the link at the top. So if anyone fancies, come up and join me and have a natter. Well, the wind seems to have died off a bit. Wow. It could be worse. It could be out there floating around in this shit. Yes. Well, Emma, you'd remember that you got shanghaied into painting that 21-foot Roberts that we sailed around Moreton Bay in. And we had to paint the deck on that. But mind you, compared to the deck on this, that was a pretty small fucking deck. But yeah, she needs a bit of just a few tender, loving care touch-ups, I think, just to bring it up to spec. It's yeah, incredibly quiet. Hardly anything. Oh, and I got a stereo. somewhere up here, up over here. Do. Yep.
It rode like 5 songs ago. Play it again.
So cool. Have music, and it comes with all the usual modern day navigating aids. Chart plotter, depth sounder, sonar, all that crap. Hello there, sweetie. Ta-da.
Hello.
G'day, mate. How's it going?
Oh, yeah. So where's the tour? Come on.
Oh, tour of the boat.
Or at least just turn it around so that we can see, seeing as you don't have an extension.
There's looking back towards the cockpit.
Oh.
And then, what's she carrying on about?
Her dumbass left the remote where Liam could get to it.
And then there's the bed.
Nice.
What did I just knock over? No,
Not
just
the rum, I hope.
No. Where's the rum? No, just a power pack. So, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, Archangel, there's solar on it, and there's also wind-generated power available with it. And Dad's just muted himself. You're muted.
There
you go.
Yeah. So there's the stove, the little oven. It's more like a griller. Covered. There's another sleeper. More cupboards. My fridge, which, look, Emma, the lid doesn't come off. So that's the fridge. There's the sink. Fresh water pump.
Yeah, you're up too high. We're looking at the curtain.
Fresh water pump. And operated. And that's the salt water.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Little light switches. Usual shit. There's my lights.
Yeah, well, it seems bright enough.
There's the steering wheel. Get up here. My sat nav shit. What's that? I'm looking at.
Yeah, we're looking at the Fallon sticker.
Right, yeah, so cigarette lighter for plugging shit in. 12-volt crap.
Yep.
Plus, I'm sure there's more 240-volt points over there. Got my little mirror. Then there's this stupid poem up here. There is a man I know, a bushman who listens a great deal more than he speaks. He told me the secret of success is simple. Get off the road, get off the highway, because there's too many rules. Fair enough. Yeah, so, and look at that. Quaint little windows.
Oh, all the better to see the fucking dolphins out of.
No, these ones are. We see the dolphins through those ones. We're probably in a lot of trouble.
We were in a lot of fucking trouble that time too.
Yeah, true. And first aid kit with nothing in it. And there's the burglar alarm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, motion sensor. There's the barometer. Then there's little drawers. Full of funny little bits of shit.
Liam.
Look, there's the boat moving again.
Hang on a tick.
Yeah. Well, that paintwork doesn't look too good. Yeah. Bit of an explore around. Then there's this other bunk. More shells and the little Pelican mascot. Oops, here he is.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
already looking tonight at flares. He's already got a first aid kit, but he said he's going to look into a naval sort of one. He's got to get a new fire extinguisher, and he's got to get a new EPIRB. Thank you, sweetie. Now it's 9:30. Go to bed.
Oh, that seat's more wet now than when I sat on it.
Okay, that's odd.
It is, and it's all wet underneath. Why is it wet underneath? Where is the wet coming from?
Oh,
No, it's not coming down the walls. Wall cupboards. No. Wall cupboards, and you can focus there. So I've got no idea.
got more
Why?
cupboards there than you have in the house.
Yeah. I have no idea where that water's coming from.
Didn't you say there was access to something underneath one of those seats?
No, that's the bunk.
The water tank or
My bed.
something?
No, that's under my bed.
Okay.
In the V. Beneath the V. Oh, pardon me. Beneath the V boat. Oh, that wasn't even on the camera.
Yeah.
Probably just as well as coughing me heart up.
The child wants to come on, but I told her she's not allowed to.
Yeah.
So there's a hand. That'll do.
No,
Hello.
what are you doing, mother?
No, you can't. It's 9:36. Go the fuck to bed.
Yeah, it's bedtime, girl.
It's an hour and a half past bedtime.
I'm getting a bit more noise now.
Go.
That wind's really picked up. You can hear all the ropes creaking, and you can feel the boat actually going.
I don't know, Cliff. Haven't you seen what it's like flooding around here?
Yeah.
Come on, rack off.
Yeah, it's we're into for some real heavy rain. But and of course, as soon as I buy a boat, the weather turns to shit.
Yeah, the day after.
Yeah. The day I sign the paperwork, it fucking becomes gale force winds. Oh well. If I sink here at the fucking wharf, at least it won't be far to get the boat back. Fuck, it's queer. Like there's this big vibration every time the boat leans over. The table vibrates. And it's really strange. I suppose it's probably because, yes, I'm assuming strain of the rope. The wind.
Yeah, he's basically down the Gold Coast at the moment, Cliff.
Yep, down at Hope Island.
Oi.
Parked up on a mooring for the night and tomorrow night. And then hopefully Saturday morning, be pointing the bow north.
Especially if my car's back.
Yes, I hope you get that back.
Mind you, some of you may recognise my background over here as the one that Dad had for some time there, with my snake in it.
Yes, the snake tank.
But it's too cold for him. He hasn't been out in days.
Yeah. You winter. It's like the turtle. He didn't even stick his head up the other day when I fed him.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to bring him home
Yes.
and keep that bitch away from him.
Yeah. Well, this time we'll drill a couple of holes in that cage, in the lip of the
top. And zip tie it.
Then zip tie or twist tie.
Twist tie.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to do was zip tie it down on two sides so that you could lift it up, but it won't slide off.
That. But yeah, she's going to work that out and lift it up.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
Yeah. Now we'll have to tie it up both sides. But and that'll give her some peace.
Is this the face of a person that looks impressed?
I wouldn't say overly. Yeah, glad I got fenders on this boat. Should be grinding to death against this mooring. And there's a fender on the back to stop the dinghy from bashing to death on the boat. Suppose I'm hearing the rain more than I do at the house.
I think Liam's probably going to your room or the toilet. You might want to.
My room, child.
You've got 2 little brothers, girl. They're going to be going to your room every day. They're going to be touching your things. They're going to annoy the.
Lucas's favorite thing is already jumping on Big Sister's bed. So.
Oh my god, he's a freaking koala.
Oh, duh. What do you think I call him, a koala?
Says the big koala.
Bin chicken.
That's right. Bin chicken. Goes to bin chicken high.
Yeah. So I got a chicken, a monkey, and a koala.
And a turtle.
And that dickhead dog's in the bathroom because I got sick of the.
Yeah, I did know. Well, at least he'll quiet down for it.
No,
True.
there he goes. Shut up.
Well, he might want to go out for a piss.
It's the same noise he's been making since you left. That one was just a bit quieter. Why isn't it going zap, zap, zap?
Yeah, no, fucking. He must have smelt Armitage on me.
Who?
Fucking. Noddy's dog. What is it, eh? That's with an A. It's Greek.
Yep, I got a mental blank.
Yeah.
It'll come to me later.
Yeah, Cliff, fuck this rain, man. It fucking sucks.
Mind you, the wind here's died down since what it was earlier.
It ain't died down here.
No, it's probably just made it from here to there.
Yeah. Yeah, on the way down, I copped some really good wind. The whole highway slowed down. It was really pissing down. And
Warlord, the Mutleys are at my house.
Yeah. Yeah. Until I can work out where I'm going to permanently moor this thing. But well, we'll start him off gentle with day trips around the bay. Get him used to life aboard a boat.
Oh, great! Remember the motion sickness in the car?
Yeah. Well, it won't matter which way he looks now.
All I remember is having to catch the vomit.
It all depends on how much that island in him comes out.
The what? The island?
The island. Yeah, well, he's going back to his birthing grounds.
Yeah.
But we're going past Russell Island.
Just chuck him to shore.
Kick him off the boat, you reckon, at Russell Island on his way home. Go find your owner.
Don't even need a hose, Archangel. Just, a bucket of water.
Yes. Yep. Quick hose.
Amber, he bought a boat.
Yes, I brought myself a boat. A 35-foot wooden sloop. Which is this one in the picture. Hang on. Oh, Jesus, Gregory. Really? If you don't plug the mouse in, it's hard to get it to work. There we go. Hang on. I have got other pickies. Okay, so here we go. On the
Yes. There's one.
How come this hasn't come up? Maybe that's because I've got to disappear from the camera. No?
and it's called the Pelican. So there's a pelican on it. Oh, shut up, dog! You sound pathetic.
Yeah, this is my new boat, Amber. Well, new boat, my first boat, and this is this is my new home. It's 35 feet long, and it's got a double bed up the front, which is mate, and there's 4 bunks, berths, through the rest of the boat, and it's legally allowed to carry 8 people, but it would be very uncomfortable after you had 4 people on board.
So that's the picture that he had up before the stream started.
That's my beautiful girl, the Pelican. Wind and solar power, as well as runs off the alternator of the motor.
There's the wind and the panels.
They've got to get up this mask and find out what these aerials are.
Dude, I can't pick you up. You're not allowed on camera.
Oh, my poor little man.
Oh.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful little boat. It's gorgeous.
Hang on. If I just...
I can see myself floating around the Whitsundays in this.
Don't you knock my coffee over, you little turd. There. Hang on. Ready?
Got to work this light.
Ready? Hang on. You can wave to Grandad. Yeah, wave to Grandad.
There we go. That's better. And I'll turn this one on instead. That's the beauty. Step up and you can just reach anything. Well, whatever caused that.
My mouse.
I'd love to know what caused that fucking water. It's stopped now. The seat's gone dry. Would really like to know what caused
He's
it.
got a little tinny with it.
Yeah, a little boat to get to shore. Because it's 1.55 meters. What's that in feet? Oh, you're talking to the kid. You know, you can only see part of your head.
I know, because hang on.
Oh.
This is why.
Oh, my little man.
Sorry.
Go on, rack off. No.
This can't be shown.
No, we can't either. What do you think I...
No, you can't show Bub on the camera.
Sorry, everyone. You have to see my
Go on.
ugly face without my
Well, we'll
makeup.
find out if YouTube blocks this. Fucking pardon me. So setting up the phone as a hotspot piece of piss. It had already automatically done it while I was hunting through the phone. I looked up, and there was the 5 bars of coverage.
Yeah.
I went back. Cool. I've got it. So yeah, it works well. Given, the amount of metal that I'm surrounded by.
Mm.
And I was thinking, tomorrow I can send me drone up. Of course I can't.
Not in that wind.
No. Well, it'd probably handle it, but this
Over the
rain.
water?
yeah, that makes me nervous.
Yeah, I was going to say
Like
you learned your lesson.
Finding somewhere with enough clear airspace to actually launch
Yeah.
is a problem. I'd take the dinghy out and launch from the dinghy, but the dinghy's metal, and that's going to fuck with the compass and the bloody drone.
Cliff, my mum was already calling him Gilligan today.
Yeah.
He said he's a skipper, and Mum was like, no, you're the other one, Gilligan.
I just need to find the millionaire and his wife.
And here I thought you'd be looking for Mary Ann.
child's gone mad again.
Yeah, she's eating one of Liam's toys.
Okay. There she do. Found a box in the car. And thought, hello, I've got another box of tissues.
Oi.
Thought, I'll need that on the boat. Sort of get on the boat.
Your masks.
Yeah, it's a box full of surgical masks.
The
Great.
I
I told
Do
you,
I
poor old
know
John
what?
Taylor's come down with COVID.
yeah, you were saying that earlier.
Yeah, knocked him on his ass for the first 5 days. Yeah, it is my dream boat. This is something I dreamt about as a kid. Having a boat, sailing the sea. And this one's big enough that you people better not give me any shit. It ain't that far to sail to America.
Yeah, my kid's already asked him if he will.
What?
FTW, how's it going?
What have I asked?
To sail you over to America.
Yeah.
It's a middle
Yeah.
wisdom, exactly, Archangel. Yeah, no, this is a childhood dream come true. It's incredible.
Yeah, you should have heard him when he won the auction. He was like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah, squealing. Oh, that was torture, that auction. Oh,
Oh,
fuck that. Never again.
that was shit. There was one dude that, because once you do your final bid, it gives you 10 minutes for somebody else to jump in and bid. And this one asshole, he'd wait 5 minutes most of the time. But once he let it get down to a minute.
Oh, yeah,
and
that
bid. And even worse, he let it get down to 30 seconds at one point, and we're like, oh, yep, 30 seconds to go. Here we go. And then he bids, which restarts the timer back to 10 minutes every fucking time. It was supposed to end at 7:30. He didn't end up officially winning it until 10 to 10 because of all the, Amber, no, I'm his daughter.
Why does everyone think you're my missus? Do you nag me a lot?
Oh, apparently.
I know with all my cable. All right. Hang on, I'm just trying to replug my computer in before the battery goes flat. There's the living thing.
Hello.
There we are. Yep. Sorry, had to replug the computer in.
Yeah. Well, this asshole, he Dad had done an auto bid, so every time he'd bid something, Dad's bid would automatically go to the top. He'd done it beforehand, and then it got to 18,000, and Dad's like, "Fuck it, I'll set the auto bid to 19,000." And he went to 18,100, so Dad was naturally still on top, and he's just given up. And we're like, "Oh, thank fuck for that."
Oh, thank God.
Yes, baby. He's my baby's actually he was 9 months old on the 19th, so just a couple of days ago. Then I've got my almost 3-year-old. He'll be 3 in October, and then there's the 13-year-old. Who?
Then there's the LL's name. Good Lord.
Old enough to look after himself. Not you. Shut the fuck up.
If I had the cockpit hatch shut, I wouldn't even hear that rain. I'm only hearing it where it's landing on the canvas.
Son of a bitch.
Why are they flat?
Well, apart from the creaking noises, it's really quiet.
Which you'll get used to.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure it won't creak this much normally.
Yeah, just the extra wind.
Yeah. You can hear the wind out there. Fucking hell. No, this is the life. Interesting. I just don't know what light I've got in the bunk. Got to have a light surely somewhere in the bunk.
Yeah, especially if you're going to read in there.
Yeah. Make it bloody hard if I can't.
You got your headlamp though, don't you?
Yeah. But I've got curtains, so I can, for privacy, so I can pull the curtains closed when everyone else is on board. And I still haven't quite worked out
I don't know about
which way
sleeping
I'm going to stick my head. Instinct tells me to sleep with my head towards the pointy bit. But that's the narrow part of the bunk. So the idea is you put your feet down the narrow end. You're supposed to have your head up this end, but just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, Amber, he's pretty excited.
Oh, yeah.
You should have heard it. He rang me. He went and paid for it yesterday and came around and he's like, and hands me his receipt to show me. And then he rings me earlier today and he's like, it's boat day. Going to take ownership of my boat.
Yep. And then the Reg papers came through.
Mm-hmm.
She's all mine. I never even thought of trying the steering wheel to see if the rudder actually moves.
Yeah, it's 9:55 p.m. here at night.
Yeah, it's getting late-ish. Yeah, and it's wet, and it's windy, and there's big seas. So I'm hiding.
In a boat.
In a boat, hiding from the big seas. And then intentionally going out Saturday to find them. The waves on Saturday will be up about the same height as the ones that storm we went through in the 21-footer.
Mm.
But this being 35 feet long is going to handle it a hell of a lot differently. Mm. Yeah, and there's not an idiot.
He told me he wanted to buy a boat, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I don't do boats.
You'll be right on this one.
This dickhead that they used to know. We went sailing in a supposed yacht race. Now, the weather was shit. So, said yacht race got cancelled. Said dickhead that owned the boat missed the announcement saying that the race had been cancelled. So, off we go in this absolutely fucking wicked storm. I don't even know how old I was. I don't remember much. But all I remember is being underneath, like inside where Dad is type thing, with my mum. And the reason Dad showed that the lid on the icebox didn't come off is because this time it did come off and smacked me right up the back of the head. And then the next thing I remember is Mum and I sitting there and looking out the windows. And instead of seeing the top of the ocean, we're underneath the ocean watching dolphins going past. One of the most terrifying moments of my life. I don't like boats. Huh?
That's weird. There's no.
Oh, you've never even been on a boat.
I can't even find the bloody. Whatchamacallit?
I don't know. What do you call it?
There's a worry.
Dad,
What?
Dive Mass said double check your seacocks before setting sail. He did a recovery dive on a Bertram. The owner forgot to make sure they were secure.
Yes, it's something that is on my mind. Yeah, I've read of people losing their boats. They forgot to shut the seacocks. That would be more embarrassing given that I'm still in harbour. All right. What the fuck? I'm sure I brought my right here.
Yeah, no, I went sailing one day, just on like a little catamaran type thing with my daughter's father before she was born, and out with his dad as well, up on the Gold Coast actually. And it was one of those ones with the net between. So we're sitting on the net, and I'm just clinging like this to the net, going, "Fuck this! I don't like this. I want to go back. I want to go back. I don't like this at all." Yeah, I'm the same, Amber. I don't mind pools. Don't do the beach. Mm-mm.
Oh, good. The second fire extinguisher doesn't have to be replaced.
Still in date.
And well, the other one, it's the pressure gauge has dropped.
Oh, okay.
Gone out of the green area into the red. So that's no good. At least I only have to replace one. And it's the one out in the cockpit. The one here in the cab is still all right. That big fucking ass truck, man. I can walk around in it.
So do you have to duck?
I just have to duck my head when I'm up this end of the boat, up near the cockpit door.
Yep.
And only when I'm walking up near the bed. But I have to put it on.
The boat was only anti-fouled about 2.5 weeks ago, so he doesn't have to worry about that for a bit at least.
Thank God. And being a wooden boat, it is a worry.
Yeah, sharks. We won't mention that.
That's why I got a boat.
They're all talking about sharks.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, it's something that crosses my mind.
Yeah, we got and especially because he'll be floating down the Brisbane River at one point. There's a lot of bull sharks in there.
Oh, it's full of bull sharks. Evidently, that's what you catch at Carrington Rocks.
Yeah, well, wasn't it a baby bull that we saw? Well, what was left of a baby bull that we saw down at the Moggle Ferry there that day?
Yeah, it was a bull shark. Yeah, Brisbane River's full of them. I saw a doco where they caught a bull shark 200 kilometres inland in fresh water.
Yep.
Okay, what have I forgotten now? Boots. Where's my boots? The best part?
They are dive, yeah. Just trying to think. Hang on. When was the last shark attack in Brisbane River?
Oh, I don't know, but I can tell you when the first recorded shark attack was.
What, 1862?
Earlier than that, 1824. And a sergeant of the Marines fishing for mullet.
1921.
1824. First ever shark attack in Brisbane. First ever recorded shark attack in Brisbane.
A total of 11 people have been killed by sharks across Brisbane, including an unknown Indigenous man in 1862. The man was, come back, killed while trying to save a wounded bird that was shot by a man on the opposite side of the bank in Bulimba. A man named George Grant at the Port of Brisbane jumped off a boat to retrieve his hat and was killed by a shark in 1904.
Yep. There's fucking big ass sharks in there.
2005 at Carolee in Ipswich, an 8-year-old had his finger bitten off by a bull shark while swimming, thankfully surviving the attack.
Yeah. Another guy got snabbled up at
Off the coast of Agnes Water, 2 harbour and marine fishery inspectors were killed. Torn clothes were found 2 days after going missing. 2020, Park and Wildlife Ranger was killed after he was attacked by a shark off the Northwest Island off the coast of Gladstone.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely eat people. That is a foregone conclusion.
Bull sharks are common in the Brisbane River, so don't let your dogs go for a swim.
Yep, that's true. Or your kids. You're right, up after colleges. They can't get over the weir at colleges.
Population estimates vary wildly. Research done on the river about a decade ago put an estimate on the number of bull sharks in the river between 1,000 and 3,000. More than
I'd go
98% were thought to be juveniles between 1 and 6 years old. Often seen up in colleges crossing.
Yep.
Female bull sharks give birth to between 1 and 13. You'll find them right out Moreton Bay and Tangalooma and right up and down the coast.
Right around the coast of Australia.
Yeah,
Except
more
for
active
maybe
in the
North
warmer
America.
months between October and early May. During winter, they often move downstream in the Brisbane River.
Yeah. You should hear the creaking. It's fucking funny. If you were in a house, you'd be worried. But instead, it sounds beautiful. Fucking going to be cold tonight. I can't work out how to shut the hatch without locking myself in. It's
Code
been all right.
187 MDK says, how you doing?
G'day, Code. Yeah, good, mate. Good. Above the earth. Still kicking.
I'll be back. I got to go make a bottle.
Fun and games.
Yeah, hang on.
Here we go. First rum in a boat. First Billy. In this boat, anyway. So yeah, this is a pretty cool place to be. And the ultimate aim is to eventually circumnavigate Australia by the sea. I've circumnavigated it in trucks, and this way will take a bit longer and a lot slower. But if I turn the motor on this boat, I get 8 k's an hour, 8 nautical knots an hour at cruising speed. And if I go into crash speed, I'll get 12 knots an hour out of it, which is pretty good because the Brisbane River at its worst moments probably pumps 12 knots of current. So there'd be just enough to keep me in place. Bloody boats. And the Brisbane River's a big ass river. I'm looking forward to sailing up it. Evidently, I will be pulled up by the police on the way through because they like pulling up old boats and breathalyzing the drivers and checking that you've got all the safety gear on board, flares, life jackets, all that crap. I've got 4 life jackets on this boat. They're all brand new, never used. Tomorrow I'll buy myself one of those slim water life jackets with the water sensor thing that sets it off when I fall in the drink. An EPIRB, some flares. That's about all I need safety gear wise. No, I just need to put together an abandoned ship bag, put all the crap in it that you need in case you have to fucking suddenly leave. Yep. It should be cool. I can't imagine there'll be a reason I want to leave this boat. This is fucking nice. And my vet's not here. See that? Big ass coffee cups. Cool as. Came with the boat. Along with lots of other shit. But no, this is awesome. This is my childhood dream. I always wanted to sail a wooden boat. Mind you, a much bigger wooden boat than this. Normally one that had, maybe 40 odd cannon. But no cannons allowed on this boat, so oh well. Just me. Me and anyone dumb enough to get on the boat with me. Because honestly, you'd have to have a death wish. I can't work out where that water came from. Nothing's wet except my bum. And it seems way more water than I was expecting. But who knows? Wooden boats leak anyway. They've always got water in the bilge. They've got 2 bilge pumps with float level setters on them. So as soon as the bilges reach up to the appropriate moment, the pumps kick in. Takes about 2 seconds. The bilges, well, they're never empty, but the level's reduced in the bilge. Well, that wind has picked up again, creaking more. It's awesome. You're back. Good, because I'm just going to go off camera for a sec.
Of course. Well, there's the answer to your question, Amber.
Archangel, you'd be more than welcome, mate. Misery enjoys company. I get seasick, so I'm really looking forward to this drive home. You know, a man's got to develop some sea legs and just overcome this crap. Yeah, it's all in the mind. Although I was reading one, they reckon a really good cure for motion sickness is to put earplugs in your ear. They reckon it stops the nausea and everything.
I'm sure everyone has seen it, Dive.
What's that?
He said, I've seen that bong.
Yeah. It's well known.
Yeah, well, that's why I answered Amber before. She said, here's the real question. Did you bring the Playboy bong?
Yes, of course.
And then I saw it in your hand, and I'm like, yeah, that answers it.
Yeah. Evidently, there's political turmoil in Italy. It's hardly fucking news. Yeah, Amber, it's been a long time coming, this boat. I know. And would you believe I forgot my fishing rods? They're at home. As soon as I got here, I thought, you fucking idiot. You didn't bring a fishing rod.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to fish off the moorings, are you?
Probably not. Well, I wouldn't be on the moorings. I'd be on my boat.
Well.
But no, I'm sure you can. But
yeah, well, where we were the other day, had all the big signs up saying no fishing and shit.
Yeah, true. Probably more to deter people than boaties.
What the fuck? Why is my baby camera gone offline?
Don't know. At least it's not rocking enough. Rocking enough to disturb me. I reckon I'll sleep like a babe.
Yeah, well, Amber, did you know that he actually bought it for me many years ago?
What's that?
The bong.
Yeah.
And then I quit, so I gave it to him.
Yep. Which was good timing because I had left mine in Darwin. You couldn't bring it home on the plane.
Are you coming back up? Because I got to go get another packet of cigarettes and check on the baby camera.
Coming back up, who?
You.
I'm up.
You turned your camera off, doofus.
I forgot. Yeah. No, I'm up.
Hang on.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, she's a lovely little boat. Weighs about 8 ton. So it's got a bit of weight to it. But the motor, I mean, if it wasn't late at night, I'd kick it up so you could hear it. It's a truck driver's dream. Seriously, as soon as I heard the motor running, I went, no, this is my boat. I'll have this. It's a nice grunty diesel motor. You got to be a truck driver to really appreciate it, but I do. I love it. I just can't work out how I'm going to get a sniff of the exhaust. I mean, my day's not complete if I'm not smelling diesel fumes. Sorry, I still keep looking around this place. It's all brand new. So I just keep seeing things that catch my eye. I just keep looking around going, oh, wow. Okay. Okay. There's a TV aerial in here. Emma Beth. So I can have a TV. You can't hear me, or Oh, you dropped out somehow. No? Ah. It's not working. Ah, God knows. Ew, nothing about putting hydrogen peroxide in my ears. I like my ears. Oh, yeah. Bloody hell. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. You know, I've been out boating a few times and I get seasick. You know, but I find if I stay up on decks, it's not so bad. It's when I'm down below decks that I start getting seasick. If I'm up on deck, I can see the reason why I'm moving, I suppose, and my mind doesn't freak out. And you know, I mean, it's like anything. Yeah, on a boat, a couple of days of seasickness, and then you come good, and you're right after that. I'm just so enjoying the creaking noises. I swear by there's a sound like fucking rumbling in the background. Can't work out what it is. But yeah, so I've got a TV slot antenna. Must be up on the mast. It must be the round aerial I saw up there. That's cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power points. 240 power points. I'm assuming that when I flick back over to 12 volt that those sockets will become 12 volt sockets. I'm assuming. I hope so. Otherwise I've got one cigarette slot. Cigarette lighter slot to bloody run 12. That doesn't make any sense. There'd have to be 12 volts pumping out of those when you flip it over from shore power to 12 volt. And I've got massive storage, heaps, big ass batteries, 4 solar panels and a wind generator. So there should be a rare occasion in hell that I run out of power. Very rare. There's that vibration again. That's a funny one. Mind you, if we had been sailing home tomorrow morning, high tide, because I need high tide to get this boat out of here. It is 4:45 in the morning, and there's no way on earth I'm going to be leaving here in the dark. But evidently we get about half of the outgoing tide, in which we can still get out of here. But I'd rather leave on the full. That way I'm guaranteed to get out of here. Only going on what I wish I've got a rope hanging down in this cabin, and I cannot for the life of me work out why or what purpose it serves. It just hangs there. Maybe it's a gripping thing for when you're coming down from up in the cockpit. Don't know. It's strange. Very strange. But I'm sure I'll work that out tomorrow in the daylight. I did like it. I was talking to one bloke, the bloke that owned this, and he's talking about the toilet. It's what they call a masticating toilet. It masticates the poo before it spits out the pipe. So you don't get logs. And he says, you can't use the toilet in the moorings. He says, except at night. That cracked me up. I went, yeah, fair call. He's going to know at night. Except I don't know how noisy it is. There's a switch beside the toilet. You hit that, and then it chops it all up and spits it out of the boat.
Mm.
So no doubt I'll find that out tomorrow morning. There's a perfect spot for my fridge to go in one of those quarter berths down the back. I'm going to slip it in there. And that'll still leave one quarter berth and these two berths and those two berths. So that's all right. I mean, like I say, with the kids, you could probably stick both boys on one of these. Yeah, you get away with sticking both of them on one. And then you've got, you know, obviously you and Nate would have to use the bunk, the double bed, and I'd just use one of the quarter berths, and Lexi has this berth. There's all their sleeping cover. Although the cushion on these isn't quite as comfortable as I remembered from earlier today. It's a bit hard. But
Well, after sitting on it for a bit more than you probably did today.
yeah. But I like it. Everything's close. Don't have to walk far to go to anything or to reach anything. Like you want to turn the lights off on the other side of the boat, you just stand up, lean over, click.
Archangel wants to know, can you use the toilet as a chum grinder?
I don't know, but I'm hoping it doesn't chop my weed up too bad.
Be a bit wet.
Actually, to make a great burley machine, wouldn't it? Just chuck a mince in it and let the masticator mince the mince up and then spit it out the back of the boat. You'd have sharks following you all over the joint, trying to gnaw on the arse end of your boat. I tell you, it's food.
Washing machine's done.
Oh, good. I need some clothes. Yeah, well, I got to come back up to Brisbane tomorrow. I've got to go and meet Victor.
Right.
And I'm supposed to be clean shaven and looking social, and I'm like, fuck it. It's not like I often am clean shaven. So I'm not going to make a false impression. Here's me scruffy. Fuck you. You don't like me scruffy, you don't like me.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Although
like
I'm
I
not
give a
sure
shit,
how
right?
long you're planning on streaming for, because you're already at 1 hour and 13.
Oh yeah, we'll go to the one and a half, and then call it quits because sorry people, it's just a short one tonight, but it's been a hell of a long day.
And he's using hotspot from his phone, so
yeah. And I like today was the the changeover, the handover of the keys and the registration and all that stuff. It was fucking exciting fun.
yeah, scruffy as usual.
At least I'm consistent.
Consistently scruffy. Oh, hang on. Are you going to look like a bum when you show up at the new mooring, or are you going to shave for them?
Oh no, I'll shave for that. Got to impress the yacht club. I might even put shoes on. But then I'd probably have to buy white sneakers.
And a white, polo shirt.
Yeah, polo shirt with the dainty little captain's cap on the head. Yeah, I can't see me ever wearing one of those. I was watching some bloke, I remember, it must have been up the North Coast or something on a removal. I was standing on the cliffs there, it must have been Alexandra Heads. There's this beautiful yacht screaming downwind. It's got its Gennaro out and its big mainsail up, and it looked beautiful. And as it goes by, here's this guy standing in the cockpit. He's got the captain's hat on his head, the white, sailor's hat. He's wearing all this fucking deep blue water fucking, dry suit on and all this shit in the middle of summer in Queensland. You are not going to die of thermal fucking bite if you fall off the boat in Queensland during summer. I doubt if you'd die of hypothermia in the middle of winter. You might if you got out of the water. But while you're in the water, you're probably all right.
Yeah, Archangel, because the boat is the Pelican. But before he got that, we were joking around, and I've gone, if it wasn't too long, I said he should call it "Why's the Rum Gone?"
Yeah, that'd be a classic name for the boat. Except, as I said to Emma, it'd be really hard to get help when you're radioing, Mayday, 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 why's the rum gone? Well, probably because you drank it, you silly cunt. Back off.
Yeah, he did talk about getting a pirate's hat.
Oh, yeah. I'm
so and
pissed off. We don't have that Captain Morgan pirate's hat anymore.
I know, I thought about that one.
I was thinking about it last night, going, fuck. Should have hung on to that.
Yeah.
I never realised I needed a pirate's hat anyway.
Yeah, I got enough photos of you bloody sitting in the lounge room at Anala reading a book because it was too windy outside.
Yeah.
With the pirate's hat on because Lex made you wear it.
Yeah. You always had to be a pirate. And she was the pirate queen, and I had to obey the pirate queen. The beauty of playing with kids.
Dive says Scruffy the Sailor Man. Put that with the Popeye tune, although the green that Scruffy uses isn't spinach.
Yeah. Scruffy the Sailor Man. New gay fucking national theme.
With his buff-headed dog.
Yeah. Scruffy the Sailor Man. I like it, actually. I might use that as my nickname. Scruffy the Sailor Man. Toot, toot. Wish the thing had a decent set of air horns. I might invest in a set of air horns. Just buy truck air horns and put them up on the cabin. Scare the living fuck out of people in small boats by pulling up behind them and going, whoa! Be more fun than scaring people on the highway. People peacefully minding their own business, sailing along next to it. They can hear a Mack truck bearing down on them.
Yeah, truckies have got a bad enough rep without them coming on the water and causing shit too.
Oh, why not?
Archangel wants to know if a sombrero counts.
No, that's not a pirate's hat. Pirate's hat's a tri-corner hat. And now I just need to lose a leg and get a parrot.
Well, you almost did.
Yeah. Well, I got one leg shorter than the other. So
yeah.
Now I just need the damn parrot. And it may as well be dead. I'll just sew it to the shoulder of my jacket.
Oh, hang on. I got a couple in the freezer.
Oh, perfect. I really would prefer mine not to molt when I'm wearing them. My God. The rain is ridiculous.
It's quiet here at the moment.
Well, I don't know what caused that water. It's all stopped. It must have been me.
Nil, this is the longest he's ever had a beard in his life.
Yeah, it's the biggest beard I've had in my life.
It used to be 3 hairs, just here.
That was back in my day when I was a witch. A couple of hairs growing out of the mole. Whoa, listen to that rain.
Yeah, no, well, we can't hear it.
I mean, what is it, Huey? I buy a boat and you do this to me.
Just getting used to being wet.
Yeah. Well, at least on Saturday, I'll overcome, my disquiet going out into 2 meter waves after that event in the 21.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah, well, that's if my car's back.
Yeah, well, Yeah, I don't know how we're going to do that. Hopefully, maybe. Well, I invited Gary and Victor along for the ride.
I can't
And,
fucking drive everyone.
No. They'd have to bring their own wheels.
Yeah, and then they got to get back to it.
Oh, no, that's right. What's happening is either Victor's going to come because Victor's has owned sailboats before, or someone called Dimitri.
Oh, Victor and
Come on.
Dimitri. Oh, dear God.
I mean, I don't know why I'm worried about going to sea with a group of Eastern Europeans. But if I see even a hint of a fucking cement bag, they are not coming on the boat. Bit of cement dust on their shoes, and they'll be, nah. Get off the fucking boat. I know what you're up to. You're not fucking giving me cement shoes and throwing me overboard.
On my own boat.
Yeah, on my own boat. Fuck off. So, yeah, Dimitri. God almighty. The people I meet. And now I have to include Eastern European warlords. But he seems a nice bloke, but he's that typical European, they're really in your face and just rah.
And you can't even Italian this one.
No, pointless. Silenzio. Vecchio. Bye.
Dive says moldy witch. Probably not a good name for a boat.
No. I was thinking of changing the name, but I like the name Pelican.
Oh, where's your pelican statue?
Oh, where is he? No. Here's the pelican. Oops. There he is.
Oh, yeah. Just a littly.
Yeah, just a little statue. But it's a cutie. But yeah, I saw that on the shelf and thought, yeah, of course. The boat's the Pelican. What else would you have on it but a bloody Pelican? I just hope no pelicans come on board and shit on it. I was reading a story in that Carrington Rocks blog about a story written by some guy that was with the club years ago. And he's talking about having bird netting all over his boat. To keep the birds off it, stop them shitting on the boat. Sitting up on the mast and crapping down on the boat. And I thought, wow, I never even thought about birds shitting on my boat. Bad enough the flying foxes shitting on me fucking car. That enrages me. Bird shitting on your boat? What the fuck are you going to do about that?
At least you got an endless supply of water to scrub it off.
Tie a fucking scarecrow to the mast.
Although here's a question.
Yeah.
Did you lock the car?
Yes. Okay. It's a very tiny Pelican, unlike my big boat. And it's not, what do they call that? Projection? No, not projection. Phallic symbolism anyway. Seagulls will follow you. Never feed the trolls. That's fucking true. Feed the seagulls and they're with you for life. Fucking sea rats. And they're aggressive little bastards. You feed them once, and if you don't feed them again, they'll get fucking nasty.
Well, think of the bin chickens. I mean, when me and Lex were at South Bank one day, there was a bin chicken trying to steal the food out of her fucking hand straight off our table.
I upset them because I was feeding the bird. Sitting at the table throwing food out to them. They're going, stop it. They're going, why? They're hungry. They go, no, you're encouraging them. They do it all the time. And I'm going, oh, well, tough. I got food. The bird looks hungry.
Like me walking around at Rocks with my packet of chips and throwing them behind me and the big murderer crows all following me. And then I'd stop and I'd turn around and they'd all stop and look at me. So I'd throw a few more behind me. Everybody at Rock's just staring at me while I've got all these crows. There would have been about fucking 30 of them walking along following me.
There's some funny noises. I'll get used to them. But they're odd.
A one-footed sea chicken that would bite kids.
Yep.
Yeah. Where I was talking about at Rocks, we used to go there all the time for Pokemon community days. And yeah, there's all the crows.
What yet?
I'm sitting there feeding them one day, and there's this one crow that's come along, and he was fucking amazing. We called him Hoppy because he only had 1 foot. And you'd throw a chip out, and he'd catch it midair as he swooped through every time. He was awesome.
Crows are. That'll be a good thing. Actually, if I end up using the rocks as my mooring, I'll have the murder there.
I'll keep an eye out for Hoppy.
Yeah.
Even though it's been a few years since we were there last.
No,
Fuck,
no,
I
it's
think-
been a while, the old crows.
I think we've only been there once, not long after Lucas was born. So it's been a couple of years.
I'll bet you he lost that foot to an eel. Some big ass eel seen him and going, "Ooh, look at that." Chop.
Yeah, he was pretty cool though.
Yeah. See that with a lot of ducks. They end up losing their limbs to eel attacks.
Yeah. Mine.
Yeah. Finding Nemo sums up sea chickens perfectly.
Yeah.
That and bin chickens.
Oh, what was the other one? Oh, that's right. Haha pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have haha pigeons here. I saw somebody use that as a name for kookaburras once, and that's it. Ever since then, they're haha pigeons.
That's cool, those cookies. I like
Yeah,
those.
I get anywhere between 1 and 3, occasionally 4 there, I think, when they had a couple of young'uns.
Yeah. And I've got cute little curtains.
Yeah, so I noticed that in the pictures with all the anchors.
Is there anchors on them?
Yeah, there's like rope and anchors or something on them.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I noticed it in the pictures.
Well,
I can
it's
see
all
there's an
right.
anchor above your head there.
Oh, I'll be buggered, yeah. A life buoy and lifeline and an anchor. No, that's cute. Yeah, typical.
Somebody's wife's, no doubt somebody's wife's edition.
Yeah, it does seem a bit 1960s, doesn't it? I suppose it was 1960s. There'd be more colour and the anchor would be a little blurred and wavy.
Yeah, that's only if you're on acid.
Yeah, well, that was the 1960s. That's when acid began.
Oh, come on, the boat was only 10 years old then.
Yeah. I was 20. No, it wasn't 10 years old. This was born in 68.
Oh, yeah.
At 64. 1964, this boat was built.
Archangel says navy blue, golden anchors, late 60s.
Yeah. It is just so...
And mind you, when you lifted it, they looked a bit stiff.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of sea salt caked on them there.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's got a deck washing system, this thing, to wash the boat down for salt water. It's a waste of a lot of fresh water. At the moment, it's great. The seas, the rains, desalting the boat. So that's good. So that was something I learned about. You got to, and especially when you pull your chain up, and it's got that mud from the bottom of the water, and you pull it up, and that gets on your deck. It'll stain the deck. So as you're pulling your chain up, you get your hose out and you hose the chain, all the mud off your chain and anchor as it comes up onto the boat. You get all that shit off before it gets in your boat. And the chain lock is right at the front of the boat where your feet are in the bed. There's a little door there, and you open it up, and there's all the chain and rope. And then under the bed's where the big anchor is, that evidently needs two people to get it, and more rope and chain for the anchor. And then there's the freshwater tank, and then there's a few other things. I'm pretty sure the spare mizzen sail's hiding up in there as well.
Yeah.
Which is the mainsail. So I've got a spare one of those. I'll try on Saturday to get the mizzen up and check it out for quality wise. Yeah, but I reckon most likely I'm going to have to buy a new set of sails. It's going to set me back $3 or $4 grand. But I mean, it's better than being out in the middle of the ocean and my sails ripping in too.
Yeah.
That would suck. I watched.
You know what the one thing I'm going to love about this is?
What?
Well, unlike when you'd be interstate driving or whatever,
Oh, yeah, I
I
can't
would
read.
expect a phone call at fucking 2 a.m. going, where am I? How do I get here? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Work it out.
What do you mean? G3. I have G3 phone reception.
3G.
All 3G phone reception all up and down the eastern seaboard.
You do realize
I can make a phone call from 2 kilometres off the coast. So yeah, you may be getting phone calls at 3 o'clock
yes,
in the
but
morning.
don't you recall my well, thank you for calling Emma's mobile GPS. Press 1 if you what was it? Press 1 if I've given you a route but you need another one. Press 2 if there's something else. However, if you don't know where you are, you're fucked because I don't know where you are.
I remember you sent me up a street one day, and
and then you rang to abuse me.
Oh fuck! I was ropeable. It was a cut of a street. It took me forever to reverse out of there.
I'm not supposed to be in this fucking street. Well, I don't fucking know. All I see is the map that tells me which way.
3-ton load limit with an $800 fucking fine attached.
Fuck New South Wales.
I see how you secure the fucking shit on the stove. There's 2 bars that you slide along. They've got butterfly bolts on them, nuts on them. You loosen it off, you slide it, you put your thing on the grill, and then you slide the bar up and tighten it in, and that holds it in place.
Oh, okay.
So, not a bad idea, but I still can't see that working really well in rough sea.
Yeah, well, I guess if you're in rough sea, you're not exactly going to want to be downstairs cooking anyway.
Well, you're still going to want a hot cup of tea occasionally. Especially if you're up there battling the ocean and getting all sore and sorry. Fucking hell, my ass.
You might just have to do it the American way and fucking nuke your cup of water.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
I don't know how you all Americans can do that. That's just wrong. You boil it in a jug of water, and then you pour that in your cup.
There's even sheets. Coffee. There's even sheets for the bed, which I'm now using to put my wet ass on. In the attempt to fucking dry it out, or I might turn into a koala bear and die of wet ass disease.
You're gonna be a mermaid.
My new life, a gay mermaid.
Sorry, merman.
Merman. I hope never to become one of those. You got to swim a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think the shell booby things would suit you.
No. And my legs. Oh, no, you wouldn't see them because of the fins.
Yeah, Neil, I've heard so many people bloody talking about putting the cup of water in the microwave to heat it up and then sticking their tea bag in and ugh.
Oh, no, that's disgusting. I've tried that. It is foul. That's not how you make tea.
Yeah.
No,
It's not how you make
tea
porridge. That's my first-
porridge. Porridge. A drop of water. Told a drop of
Behind
water on the head.
behind your head there, it looks like it's dropping a bit.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah, there's another job. There's a big hole here. I don't know what it's for. Oh, look. Remote control for the stereo.
Yeah.
That'll come handy when I'm up in the cockpit or down in the or in the bunk. There's speakers out in the cockpit as well.
No, cool.
Still don't know how I'm supposed to steer the car sitting down. How are you supposed to see what's happening in front of the boat?
I guess you're
I'm
not
sure
meant to
I'll
be.
work. No, you've got to see out the front of the boat.
No, sitting.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, shit, you can't stand all day.
Did you see? No, I don't think I sent it to you. My delivery came.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You lost half the milk.
No, there's probably about that much out of it.
No, yeah. Bastards. Actually, this table doesn't fold out. This is
Yeah.
the size of the table, so you could get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 people at a time sitting at the table. Wouldn't be much
Yeah.
room. For putting shit on and shit. Left me fucking Crispies out there.
Yeah. By the way, none of you guys would have seen this, but Dad's dog is a fucking sook. The other night, it got cold. So this is what I had to do.
Oh, my poor baby. Yeah,
That was
it
the other night.
freezing. Yeah, it was freezing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the husky.
She likes it. Sort of. I mean, I've seen her whimper and carry on about the cold.
Yeah, well, last night, because I'd washed we got the 2 crappy dooners for the dogs. Buff has one on the dog bed, and then I washed the other one. I pulled that out of the dryer, and I folded it up into quarters and put it down. And she's laying out in the backyard. She's just like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, all right. And then the next time I looked, she'd come up and she was laying on it. Yeah, they're fucking spoiled. Oh, speaking of spoiled,
Imagine what it's going to be like finding this wee space in really rough sea. It'd be downright scary. Oh well, soon find out. I think it's going to be a rough trip home, but then that's great for the first trip. Get the bad shit out of the way.
Get some experience with it.
But the water's not boiled, it ain't tea. It must be boiling when you pour it into the pot.
Your weather for tonight is
wet.
13 degrees overnight.
What's that?
But it's only going to feel like 10.
Yeah. If you're out in that wind, it'll feel even less.
For the waters, today, strong wind warning, east to southeasterly 25 to 30 knots, reaching up to 33 knots north of Point Lookout. Seas 2.5 to 3 meters. Swell easterly 2.5 to 3 meters. Large and powerful surf conditions in the evening are expected to be hazardous for coastal activities such as crossing bars by boat and rock fishing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have any bars to cross. Except evidently there's a problem. What are the winds tomorrow? On Saturday. Actually, I need
For
to know the
Saturday.
winds.
Well, tomorrow has a gale warning.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere tomorrow.
And tomorrow seas 3 to 4 meters.
Yeah.
Swell
Yeah.
east to southeasterly 3 meters, increasing to 4 to 5 meters by early afternoon.
Yeah, that would be fun going up at 5 meters swell. That's nearly the length of the
For Saturday, it says southerly 30 to 40 knots, decreasing to 25 to 30 in the early afternoon. Seas 3 to 4 meters, decreasing to 2.5 to 3
G'day,
meters. Swell southeasterly 4 to 5, decreasing to 3 to 4 in the evening. Yep.
Yeah.
But it still says hazardous for crossing bars by boat and rock fishing.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be some big surf.
Well, hang on. You got to leave on the tide, don't you?
Yeah. So the tide Saturday morning.
3:57 a.m.
God, fuck.
Gold Coast Seaway, first high tide, 1.3 meters at 3:57 a.m.
Yeah, but I'm at Hope Island, so
and then this is the Hope Island weather that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And then it's got another high tide at 5:07 p.m., which will be 1.42 meters.
Yeah, no, I'm not keen on sailing through all those islands in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm not that confident about
Yeah, well, it's going to be low tide by 10 a.m.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah. See, I can leave on the half tide. Evidently, on the incoming tide, once it gets to about halfway, I can take off. But I don't think I can do it the other way.
Yeah.
Because, on its way down, I would have to leave on the tide or when the tide turned at the latest. And,
by the way, you're at 142.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, we'll go to 2. I'm having fun. And I'm on my lovely boat in the shit weather.
Archangel says, make sure to account for tidal flow and water levels rising. You might have to retie the boat. We called it tying it out.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on how to do that shit. But I was thinking about that earlier, thinking, fuck, am I going to have to get out at some point and retie this boat up? But, I'm only sitting at the most when the wind's really howling. I'm probably sitting a foot off the dock, if that. And then it's pushing back in. I've got fenders out. I've got, I think, 3 fenders on the starboard side and a fender on the bum for the dinghy. That's the squeaking noise I can hear. It's the fenders being squeezed. And then I can hear the wood creaking a bit, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, I don't think... I can't really hear anything.
No, well, you probably can't. No, but I can.
Rogue says, hey, old man.
Hey, Rogue. How's it going, sweetie? I'm on my new baby. This is the girl.
Not me, the boat.
Yeah. Nah, this is cool. This is cool. I mean, it's everything you need. I'm out of the weather. I've got lights. I've got power. I've got fucking all the creature comforts. It's no worse than living in a caravan.
Although, yeah, I really think that big TV ain't going to work.
No, can't get. Her name's Pelican. The Pelican. She's a lovely boat. The TV, no. It would have to be a really small TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have got a TV plug over here.
Christine, this is why it's the Pelican.
Yeah, look at her. Isn't she a gorgeous looking boat? She's 54 years old. She's made of Oregon. And she's beautiful. But I'm a bit biased. But she is a beautiful boat.
So. There's a closer.
Yeah. Me Pelican.
Neil says you don't need a TV, damn it. Yeah, well, see, he just bought a brand new fucking, what is it, 40-inch TV or something?
55 centimetres.
55.
Or
Well, there you
55
go.
inch. Yeah, 55-inch screen. Beautiful TV, but I never watch it. I can count on my hand one hand how many times I've watched the TV since I brought the damn thing.
And he's gone, I'm just going to have to fucking sell it. And I'm like, what are you going to sell it for? And at first he goes, $100. My kid goes, I got $100. I'm like, fuck you, you're not getting it. And then the other day he goes, oh, just sell it for $200. And I went, well, I'll give you $250 for it. And he went, yep, done.
Then I got to sell me fridge. I got to sell everything. There's just no room in this boat.
And
for
your
all
bed.
my shit. Yeah, the bed. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
But,
bring fucking new bed.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful bed. My God, it's a pleasure to sleep in that thing.
I mean, I'd take it, but I got a king size.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Lexi. Stick her on it.
Well,
At
it'd
least
probably
then-
be more solid than what she's got.
Oh, it'd be better than what she's sleeping on.
Yeah.
She would cream
I
herself.
mean, her mattress is fucking 10 years old.
Lumpy
11
and,
years
yeah.
old.
I mean, that thing, it's pillow topped. It's like, it's just beautiful to sleep on. It
Yeah, well,
really-
she'd be happy
and it's
with
got the
that.
mattress cover, so she couldn't fuck it too badly. And
Oh,
it wouldn't be
Lucas
so
loves
bad
jumping
the
on it.
boy jumping on it. Hasn't got wooden slats.
God.
So, yeah,
Or
no,
things above at head height for him to fucking knock himself out on.
that's it. So, no, that's it. That's good. That's the fridge, the TV and the bed disposed of. Then I've just got the fridge. And most of the other crap's just going to end up going to the dump.
And the camping shit.
And the camping shit, that's got to go on the market.
Yeah.
You have to get Nate home so he can do his photo.
Yeah, well,
camp.
Nate said bring it all around here. And then that way, when he's not working, he can go out and he can take all the photos and post it up and shit. That Roke says every 7 years you replace your bed like a husband.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
In that case, I should have got you rid of your mother 11 years earlier.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've only got a year and a bit to go with Nate then.
Yeah. And your mother was long overdue.
Why do you think she got rid of you?
Where is it? There. Fuck you. Oh, that. Naturally,
Yeah,
you remind me of that damn mother of yours.
Yeah, well, that bitch,
Yeah.
I'm talking to her today and she goes, hey, you're 40 this year.
Oh,
And I went,
you
fuck off. No, I'm not. I'm only fucking 29.
Ta.
And no, sorry. At first she goes, you're 40 this year. And I went, yeah, fuck off. And they went, well, you're 60 this year. And she goes, yeah, I know.
Yeah. I must admit, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and then I
26th of
said to her, fucking, what are we at? There's only 2 weeks until my birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. For your birthday present, you can help me paint the deck.
No, fucking kid's already offered to do it.
Yeah. So you can come along and actually do the work, and the kid and I can argue about how she should be doing the work.
Yeah, no, I ain't touching that shit with a 10-foot barge pole. I'll dump the kid and I'll run.
Oh,
Yeah, me
I'm
too, Christine. That's it. I'm 29. I've been
Yeah,
29 for
forever.
the past 10 years, but 20 years, 10 years, 10. What, you think you're 50?
No, I was talking about you. Just going on your looks. Oh, no, that's right.
Once I get my car, I might just go around to your place and help myself to that fucking TV.
You know
Hang
it's
on.
going to be obvious because you haven't broken in. There's
Hang
another
on.
drop of water on my head.
on.
There is a leak in this boat.
Where is it? There we go. This one.
There's a leak.
That's mine. That's yours.
This light fitting. No. Speaker? No. Pole? Nope. I'm going to have to investigate that. Can't have leaking boats. Well, that's the only good thing about all this rain. It's going to show me where it leaks. Better to find out while I'm here than out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere on the ocean and discover that the thing leaks like a sieve.
Yeah. Check the other seats and shit. See if there's any leaks over there.
No, none. I can see it from here. Perfectly dry. It's just
So, of
here
course,
where I'm
out of
sitting.
everywhere to sit in the boat, you park your ass in the wet spot.
Yeah, right where the water is dripping onto my head. And I can't work out where it's coming from. I cannot feel any water on the ceiling. Well,
Nobody mentioned that he's the drip.
It doesn't make sense. Where's it coming from? Oh, that didn't help. They just blinded me. It looks like two. Oh no, I thought there were two more lights down next to my cabin, but it just occurred to me they're actually the thingies up on the deck, the scuppers for letting the water in. Not letting the water in, for letting the air into the boat.
Well, apparently I have introduced some Americans on one of my groups to a new word.
What's that?
Well, they've got this meme. Hang on.
Gregory's leaky. We're not talking about my butt, Christina.
So there's this meme.
I love Melon so much that I want to marry one. Unfortunately, the law says we are.
The law says we cantaloupe. Because
Oh.
Americans call it a cantaloupe. And I commented, and I'm like, doesn't work so well in Australia when we call it a rock melon, not a cantaloupe. So it took me half to catch on.
When you say a cantaloupe here, and everyone's going to look at you going, what?
Yeah, someone goes, I'm going to call them rock melons now because that sounds more hardcore. Someone else goes, yeah. They go, them, what are you doing? Me, oh, nothing, just eating some rock melon. I can't wait.
But I mean, that would not sound unusual in any shape or form here.
No. And then
saying,
someone else goes,
I was eating a cantaloupe.
Well,
Most people
another
would say,
Aussie. Another Aussie has obviously come on and she goes, I had to come to the comments to figure it out. I was like, melon cut, rock melon cut, melon slice. None were making sense. Cantaloupe makes sense.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, whoa. Holy shit.
What was that?
Some fucking wind out there. This boat kicked over there. Well, yeah, I mean, kicked over. It moved.
Oh, wait, Dad, you haven't
Sure.
played your song yet.
6 months in a leaky boat. I must get a copy of that. That's definitely going to be the Leaving the Harbour theme song at top blast. 6 months in a leaky boat. I wonder if it'll make anyone worried. I am
I
keeled
think I
over.
can hear something.
Yeah, I am kicked over at the moment, like that, against the dock.
Fuck.
Like, leaning back this way, I'm going with gravity.
Oh, you know what you need to do? Fill up a glass of water. Fill up a glass of water.
So I've
we
got
can
something
see
to
it.
tell me what the level is. I was just thinking that earlier, that I need something with water in it so I can see what angle I'm at. I'm sure it's not as big an angle as I'm imagining it because I'm inside.
Yeah.
That was a big gust of wind. I would hate to have been at sea and getting hit by that.
Yeah.
I think the old boat would have shuddered. And here we have the beautiful Rogue. G'day, mate.
Hello. I've missed you. What you been up to?
Hello, Rogue.
Hello,
Buying
Dylan.
this
Last
here.
time I heard your old man was on his way to Sydney.
Yep,
No.
to look at a boat.
Not this one.
You did good at just looking, didn't you?
Yeah, I went down. I had a float around Sydney Harbour in it, and it was a beautiful boat. I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't fit for purpose. It didn't have its
Yeah.
own toilet.
It's got to have its own bar as well.
Yeah, well, this one's got a bar.
Yeah, see, I knew that's what the biggest hold up was. It wasn't easy to do with the bathroom. It was the
That's
bar.
it. Yeah, no bar. I can't have a boat with no bar.
Yeah,
But
that's
at
just
the moment,
fucking
I'm-
un-Australian, mate.
At the moment, I mean, I look a bit insane. I'm looking around everywhere because it's all new. And
Yeah.
I'm just hearing all these funny noises, and I'm trying to figure out what the causes are.
Yeah.
It's
No, I
awesome.
can't sleep
Oh,
without
wouldn't
like water around me. It's good
Oh.
that you've got the boat, but because it means you can move when your neighbours fucking shit you.
Oh yes, and best still, no rent.
Yes, no rent on
I
top of
just
that.
sling my hook out into the mud and camp her up,
Yep.
and that's
The
it.
best thing is you got a drone, so you don't even have to leave the boat when it's
No.
raining at all.
That's it. I've
You
got
can
a.
suss out what those noises are outside without putting yourself in danger.
Oh,
You got
no,
a
no, no.
drone.
Yeah, he's not going to take the drone out in the weather.
Not going to risk my drone. I'd rather send someone else it.
Yeah, that's why I got hooch.
This is it's a pretty solid bloody boat. It's old. It's 54 years old, but it's made entirely of wood.
Yeah, they're made to last, not made to sell. That's the difference. Back then, they were made to last. Nowadays, boats are made to sell, like houses.
Well,
Made to
like
sell,
all
not to
woody-
last.
Like all wooden boats, it has water in the bilge.
Yeah,
And I've got to keep my bilge pumps on all the time. Not that they're working all the time, but when
Yeah.
they've got float levels in them. So when they reach critical time, they kick into action, and it takes only a few seconds, and it empties all the excess water out of the bilge.
no, you needed a dog, and you're right.
Yep. Well, I got to have the dog where he's not going to piss
Absolutely.
everyone off by screaming his lungs out on the boat.
Or the noise that he was doing today, because Dad came around today, and then after he left,
Didn't he
the
carry
dog
on?
spent hours going.
Oh no, Hooch is like that when I go to the hospital.
Plus, he
I
could smell that
seriously, I had to
adding
go out
another
and
dog.
threaten him that if he didn't shut the fuck up, I was going to throttle him to death.
He's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god damn no.
It's not as cold as Western Australia. This is Queensland.
Yeah,
Hang
no.
But mind you,
Hooch
you've got that-
cannot
Hang
cope
on.
without me being within reach at all times.
Rogue
there's-
He's a red-nosed
there's
pit.
Shudder
earlier.
again. Shuddering like shit.
That was him the other night, Rogue, when it was particularly cold.
Oh, poor baby. Oh.
Meanwhile, the husky. Where is it?
Yeah, the husky's noisy as fuck. They're so dramatic.
No,
It's hilarious.
My
Quieter
husky
than
is
the dingo.
quiet.
Really?
He's noisy.
Dingo's the loud one.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
the
he-
one that
he-
has the bark collar.
Hooch is an ex-fighting dog and a rescue, right? And he's chosen out of all possible personalities. He's chosen dramatic.
Drama queen dog.
That kind of sounds like
like
this
that.
one. He's a crybaby.
Yeah,
He's a
he's a
he's
drama.
dramatic little asshole at times, eh? Like he pulls the couch cushions off, throws himself down when his cookies aren't cool enough to eat just yet.
No.
Wow. I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to take my head out the door and make sure I'm fucking still tied to this thing.
Yeah, it'll take him a while, girl.
God.
Where the fuck did I put my head in there? Here it is.
He has a radio close by in case something goes down, doesn't he, because of his health?
There is a radio on there, yeah. And he's
Yeah,
got his
it's
phone
just-
and shit.
Yeah, but if his phone runs out of batteries and he's not recharged it and shit, at least he's got some other way of getting help.
Oh, you know him, do you?
Yeah, I know, old man. It's funny like that, eh? I'm just surprised
I-
he knows how to turn his computer on.
I tried to ring him earlier today, actually, when he'd been out to go do boat shit.
Yeah.
And kept going to voicemail.
Oh,
So
no.
I texted the other fella that had gone out with him, and I said, "Oh, is Dad with you? Has his phone died?" And he goes, oh, he just dropped me off. He goes, no, I think his phone's all right. And I went, yeah, well, I reckon it's dead because it's gone to voicemail, and I know what
Yeah.
he's like in terms of charging it. And he rings me a bit later on, and yeah, sure enough, he said as soon as he got out to the boat, the phone went flat.
Yeah, that's about right.
He came round to my place the other yesterday.
It's also
After
a
he
coverage
paid-
thing with phones. Like, at least with the radio, he can get help properly,
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, well, that's why
It's
you
always-
got Telstra,
Yeah.
because, you know, better coverage through Telstra.
Yeah, I just came back from driving to South Australia and back, mate. I live in WA now, and it's fucking beautiful. The whole drive was awesome. Camped on the Great
Yeah.
Australian Bight. Fucking climbed mountains. Me and my dog just had an absolute ball. It's
Yep.
fantastic. Shh, he's back. We've got to stop talking about him.
He blinded himself earlier, so now he's
Hey,
trying to blind
A
everyone
mate
else.
fucking laughed at me when I bought those headlamp things and goes, yeah, ha, 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 like they were going to come in handy. I'm camping. Dude's like, fuck you.
Well, the boat
So
doesn't
we-
seem to have moved.
No.
But yeah, I'm keeled. I'm kicked over on a fair angle.
Oh, okay. Did you watch the tides in and out?
No, we've got really strong winds at the moment, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
rain, and the sea's in a having a tizzy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow the sea's going to be
They're
between
earthquakes for boats, okay?
3 and 4 meters high tomorrow, and gale force winds, so the boat ain't going nowhere. Hopefully Saturday I'll be able to motor home. If not, it'll have to be Sunday, and it won't matter what the weather is on Sunday. I've got to come home.
Exactly.
If I don't have my car by Saturday, what are you going to do?
Well, who knows? We'll have to work something out. Maybe I'll have to drive everyone down in my car and then have someone drive me back to get mine.
You'll work it out.
Yeah.
So how have you been feeling, old man?
Yeah, good. Health-wise.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. I was worried as fuck when you didn't message me back. I'm like, are you okay? For fuck's sake, answer me, basically.
I've been spending a lot of time trying to find a bloody boat.
Well,
Yeah.
this is why I don't have a car.
Movement going. There is really some movement.
What the fuck happened to that?
I'm a fucking idiot.
What'd you do? Oh yeah, the car.
Oh, who'd you hit?
accelerated
I hope it was worth it.
Well,
Did you
let's
get
put it
an
this way.
XR6?
It was an XR6, so I took that fucker out in revenge for Dad.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, no, there was a speed bump when I was pulling into a car spot, and of course complacent because I've parked there 100 times before. Fucking accelerated over the speed bump, went to hit the brake, foot was still on the accelerator, and bang.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, you can see the supposed thing that you're not supposed to be able to go over. Yeah, well, you can fucking go
It
over
used to
'em.
be a bump guard, usually. That's why it's there.
Yeah, she center punched the XR6 straight out of its car park.
Dude, about 4 years ago, I was driving my own car down the highway, and this fucking farm boy who thought he was king shit T-boned me. Now, I'm on the highway in the right, straight down. He comes off the side road and T-bones me off the other side of the road.
That's how far I
Arsehole.
took their car out.
Not good enough, man. You can still make out it's a car. We've got to teach you to do better, girl.
Yeah, that's going to cost me enough.
They got to catch up with you to make it cost you.
Yeah, it's not illegal if you don't get caught.
It's not like you're screwing her over. You're just screwing the insurance company.
No, as long as you're all right, that's the only thing that matters. Things can be replaced. People can't.
That's it.
Yeah, well,
But
I got off lucky because we're like, oh, you don't need a panel beater and shit. And I'm talking to Mum, and she goes, I'll ring your uncle up because he's got his own business fixing Suzukis and shit. And I rang him up and I said, oh, do you know any panel beaters that aren't going to fucking fully rip me off? And he goes, no, they're all rip-offs. And I went, well, any that won't rip me off quite as bad. And he goes, why? And I sent him the pictures and he goes, I could probably fucking fix that. Let's bring it
that's
round to
all
my
right.
place and we'll see how it goes. So
Yeah,
Dad
thank
followed me
God.
round to his place, and for $1,000,
Oh,
he's
that's
like,
all right.
I'll be able to get that fixed. I messaged him a couple of days ago, yesterday, I think, and he said he's just waiting on some little plastic fucking clips to
Have you
come
shown
from
the photo of
Gidday.
it after he fixed it?
Oh, no. Because I
You
haven't
don't really
blocked
want
out.
to be putting your number plate up on here
Yeah,
anyway.
I was going to say I haven't blocked out my number plate on that one. I blocked out my number plate on the first one.
Yeah, I was going to say no, not on here.
Yeah, no, because I was showing people the
Yeah.
when I did it, I'd already had one where I'd blocked the
Hey,
number
tree
plate out.
pass.
Yeah. Good plan.
Okay, Angel. Oh, Huckleberry. G'day, mate.
Hey,
Yeah, that was
Archie,
my first accident. That was my own
where's
fault.
my
The
fucking
first-
wrench, you asshole?
Sorry.
Where's my spanner, you asshole?
Oh, do you get spanners on StreamYard? I don't think you do.
Yeah, I keep correcting people, but they're just not having it, eh? They just cannot work out the difference between a wrench and a spanner. I'm like, there's no difference. It's just we call it the right thing. You don't.
I can't do it. All I can do is put you in timeout or hide you.
Oh, this could be interesting. This would get some fun later. You go to bed, Gregory. Me and your girl got this. No.
I wouldn't bother buying fucking casket tickets after hitting that. Jesus, she hit a tree at 70 mile an hour and rolled for 2 blocks.
Oh,
Fuck
Fun.
that. Fuck. Fun? You'd need more than a change of pants.
yeah, well, I got lucky. I'd actually, because I was running out to go and pick up some meds for Dad, some medications, and go to the shop and grab a couple of things. I said to him, I'll leave baby at your place. And he went, yeah, all right. So, yeah, I didn't have my kid in the car, thankfully. But mind you, the fucking bullshit part is I did it on Dad's birthday, which was 2 years that I'd had the fucking car, because I got the car on Dad's birthday 2 years before. And the day after, I was due to go up the coast to go pick my other half and my 2-year-old up. And, of course, they're still up there. Because I've got to wait till I get my fucking car back.
Okay.
His mother's going to be fucking upset when the boy goes.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure he's driving her mad, but, grandparents and their babies.
Yeah, well, there was another
Soon
crash
as you're
on the
gone, you're
Bruce.
going, I wish they'd come back. Crack
There
on
was
that.
another crash on the Bruce Highway today.
It's a 2-year-old.
crash.
Do you really want a 2-year-old back?
Yeah, hang on.
Gorgeous.
Where's the
back.
photo of the crash on the Bruce with all the traffic? It's here somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that whole Bruce
They
Highway
do-
screamer.
Man,
Where
I
is
was
it?
on like a trucker's run and I had so much fun till I hit town and there's like a boat had like knocked out the bridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So
Something
I'm
different.
sitting there in the
Oh,
car
yeah.
going, this is not fucking working for me, eh? So I found out there was a ferry and went down the road a bit and got on that.
It's like there's a fair bit of flaking paint in this cabin. I'm going to
Yeah.
have to repaint the whole fucking thing.
Like your mind, you can turn it into you can put all your little night lights in, look like a little pimp daddy. Black and
no,
red, bro.
what-
Black and red
What I
everywhere.
reckon is scrape all that paint off and replace it with cork tiling. It'd look great. Be a bit of extra insulation and a bit more soundproofing.
Yeah. Plus a lot more functional.
Yeah, I think that would look good. Just
Yeah.
do all the sides and the roof in cork. That would be nice.
Yep.
That works for me. Yep. Evidently, you got to put some cell foam underneath it, and then you put the tile on,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it works perfectly.
Yeah,
And
insulation's
especially
always a good thing.
It's anti mildew,
Yep.
so it kills mold.
Yep.
Cork's brilliant stuff,
That's awesome.
and it's got a insulation rating of R4.
Yeah, well, his
pretty high.
mum's not going to miss this.
Is that Legos? We used to do that at home all the time. I used to make sure when my brothers were coming home drunk that I had a shitload of Lego right in the doorway because they'd always take their boots off and come through, and they were fucking annoying. So by the
my
time that they got through the door,
Furniture removalists, you're lucky if we take our boots off to go to fucking bed.
yeah, no, my dad was real strict about the boys taking their fucking shoes off. But every time they used to fucking come home, they'd always just come straight downstairs to harass the fuck out of me while they were drunk.
Yeah.
It's wake up! What you doing? I'm
what
fucking
little
sleeping, you dumb
sister-
cunts. So I gave him something to fucking make noise about.
Oh
My
God.
neighbour gave us a bag of Lego for him.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. But it's big Lego. It's not the little Lego.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of chunky.
Mega blocks? Is it those
Yeah.
mega blocks? Mine had those.
Not quite mega blocks, but they're chunkier than regular Lego.
Because kids at a certain age aren't allowed Lego that are huge. Because no, my two, like, seriously, I left my daughter at home alone one time when she was like, I think
I'm going to be
14,
awake
15.
all night because I'm paranoid at the moment that my boat's going to fucking slip its mooring and it's going to sink on my first night on board.
Jeez, don't put that out in the universe, dude.
All right, well, I'm gonna jump off because it's been over 2 hours, and
Yeah, I'm going to have to go too.
I just hopped up to say hello and I missed you. And hello, nice to meet you.
And everyone else that's came up, Huckleberry,
and stay safe.
FTW.
And Arch, I'm still going to fight you, you fucker. Bye.
Bye, Rogue. Dive, Mass, Rogue, of course. There were other people. I'm just going to scroll up to find all their names so I can say goodnight. FTA, ARC, Amber, Code, and I think that's got everyone except Angela. She didn't come back. Angela, I'm sorry I missed you, darling. And Cliff, of course. How's it going, Cliff? I will get you that email eventually. Disturbed, you're here, of course. Oh, Warlord of Art. Yes, I needed that rum, mate, desperately. How's it living on board a boat? I'm not quite sure, Warlord. My first night aboard. And it's interesting because it's so fucking windy. I can't imagine what this is going to be like if I'm at sea. I think it will be a very, very interesting learning curve that I'm about to undergo. There's just, I know nothing about boats, to be honest, but I knew nothing about trucks once. I can drive them. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same. I'll learn how to drive this bugger. Different set of principles involved, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's a diesel motor. It's heavy. It's a bitch to turn circles in. Not that much different than a truck. Except you have to take into account the wind and the tide and all that bullshit. Sorry, I just keep hearing all these noises, so it's just fascinating me. I'm looking around everywhere. And the amount of movement is phenomenal, given that we're tied to the dock. But I don't think it's going to disturb my sleep. I think, if anything, it's going to help me sleep well. But anyway, listen, I'm going to have to run because I'm doing this on my telephone. So it's sucking up my data. So thank you for joining me on my first night aboard the SV Pelican. And I'll be doing some blogs and shit of my up-and-coming trips. I'll definitely be filming Saturday's trip. That should be damn interesting. You'll see me clinging to the bars on the boat going, ah! No, it's going to be some big seas, but in some big winds, but it won't be raining and it won't be quite as dangerous as it is at the moment, or as it's going to be tomorrow. 3 to 4 meter seas, and which in your speak would be about 16 feet seas. roughly 15. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. But it's a 35-foot boat, so that's what, only half, just under half the length of the boat. Should be interesting. And I will learn a lot. But there you go. Now the wind's died off, the boat's just sitting perfectly still. It's nice. All right, folks. Love yous all. Gotta go. See yous if I'm not sitting at the bottom of the ocean. Ciao.